You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Harper Radio, broadcasting from the Harper College campus in Palatine, Illinois. That has been too long since I've read that.
That's right over there tonight.
Yes. You are listening to Streaming Roast with Chris and Nina. Just a quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Don't even have to read that one anymore.
We talk so much, we have to make sure everything is covered.
It's for the best.
Well, especially not because of this, but it's Pride Month.
Yes, it is. Happy Pride.
Yes,
everyone.
happy Pride, everyone. And I feel that at least one of the shows I'll be talking about embraces pride.
I love it. I went to a shopping mall, I guess, to go to the Stranger Things store, and everything was rainbow. And it honestly made me feel sad, because I know that the second June is over, it's all gonna be gone.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually really neat. I was on Apple TV Plus, and I was looking at all the different icons for all the different platforms I have access to, and Paramount Plus has the Pride flag in there.
Nice.
Like you said, though, it's going to be over.
Yeah.
But our favorite LGBT plus characters
We're
will
so close.
still IQ, QI, IQ.
Plus. But there's the QIA.
Q. That's what I was
Wow.
thinking of.
You're so close. I'll give it to you. That was really good.
Well, I was watching the news yesterday, and because it's Pride Month, the news channel was actually going over which each letter meant.
Okay, that is a news station I would watch.
So, and while I was going through it, that's why I got thrown off, because they had the, what is it?
QIA?
QIA.
I don't even know.
See, I feel better then.
It took me, this is embarrassing, it took me so long. Even after I knew I was part of the LGBTQ plus community, I was like LGBABCF, what? Like, I have to sing the alphabet song to correctly say the alphabet.
So we need a song.
Oh my god. Chris, I'm going to be busy writing.
We got
Darlene.
We got Darlene. Now we need a song to remember. Actually, I might help you with this one, because I'm going to be seeing my family, and I have some siblings who are having a hard time fully embracing some of the transgender things. They're open. It's not a negative thing, but I think maybe a song would be helpful. If we can make it catchy.
This is happening. I'm very excited about this. We come up with the best ideas this hour that we're on.
Note to self.
Yeah, I wrote it down as well. Oh my gosh. All right, so today we have a very fun show planned. Later we are going to be interviewing Dan, but for now we're going to keep with what we've been watching, how we start every show.
Yes.
So, I've watched a lot this week.
Please share.
I'll start.
Yes, please share.
Okay. So, Tuesday night, I really just like to annoy my brother. Sorry, Deegan, I love you. We took a poll at the dinner table while he was texting you.
Okay.
On what movie to watch, and Lucy won, which is my favorite movie, but a movie
Nice.
he hates. So we watched that, and it was technically, if we don't count the time that I was on drugs because I had my wisdom teeth out. It was my second time watching it, because I made them watch it like 4 times when I got my wisdom teeth out, and
Right.
I don't remember it. But it was very nice watching it again. My grandma said it was life-changing, which I think she was just doing to boost my ego, because my brother didn't like it, so it was one of those things.
Well, that's nice. That's supportive.
Yeah, but I appreciated it. So yeah, I watched that, and that was really fun. I love it.
Good.
How about you, Chris?
I've been watching, because it's coming out one show every week, Shining Girls on Apple TV Plus. It's so good. And it's I don't even feel like I should share what it's about.
Okay, just watch it.
Because it's kind of it's the mystery of it is what makes it good. So it's Elizabeth Moss, who is also in Handmaid's Tale, and I'd like to shout out also in The West Wing as the president's daughter, because let's tie everything back to The West Wing too, if we can. And she has this life where she has to take notes of everything that happens. So she has this journal, and it basically says, "This is my address. This is my cat's name," and blah blah blah. Like, because she's having these issues, and there is this man who is like a serial killer, and and she had been attacked by this person, and I really don't want to tell too much more, but it goes from there, and it's fascinating.
I was trying to say that sounds interesting, but I just stopped talking. I was like,
all right, we've just gotten an update about what we could do about the sound on YouTube.
What's going on with the sound on YouTube?
The underwater thing.
Yeah.
We can go into the ATEM settings and lower the audio input. All right, so while Nina does some technical troubleshooting over there, I'm going to basically let everyone know that I believe we should all be watching Stranger Things, and that next week we may or may not have Deegan on the show. We're going to take a poll. Deegan, if you're listening, a poll is going out because you rejected us. But it's so good, and I just found out Nina's been watching it, and she loves it.
Yes, I do. Okay. Hopefully the YouTube sound is better. We were in the yellow, so that might have been it. And I'm pretty sure I pressed the right thing, and I'm actually proud of myself for finding that. But it's probably the wrong thing, knowing me.
We're going to find out in just a moment.
I guess we will. Another thing that I actually finished watching this week, thanks to Chris, I was so... Chris is like, what? I was so heartbroken that it's over. Flight Attendant. I finished all the episodes, and it was so good. I enjoyed every second of it. So good.
It was good.
And I know, I don't know if you saw the video that I sent you on Instagram of Kaylee Kiyoko.
Yes.
They were watching it together, and they did the boop, and I was like, this is so cute. And they were crying, and I was like, that's me right now.
Do you know if it's... the feedback on the volume change is still buzzy, but volume quieter.
Okay, so maybe if I go even more down?
Now we have more input coming at this time.
Okay, maybe...
Did you check the input on in OBS, on OBS?
Yeah, that's where I'm at, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm adjusting right now. It's making it quieter, but it's not taking away that underwater sound.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's still hot, so other things they're asking about.
Okay.
Some stranger named Dan Stoner voted that Deegan should be on the show.
Oh, boy. That's shocking, because who's probably with him right now? I wonder. That's funny.
Can't hear us now. They
At
just
all.
brought the volume down, yes.
Okay, I'll turn it back up.
Hello. It's a technical workshop over here, people.
It always is. Okay. I think I brought it back up.
So OBS, we have to Obi-Wan. And also, for our guest, if he's listening,
Yes.
we're going to sound fine on the air. We're good. The feedback is we sound just fine on the air.
I think I found something, but I'm scared to mess with it.
Oh, go for it. Can you undo it?
Yeah.
Well, then it's fine. Bring ATM back up and check OBS input. That's what you're doing, right?
That's what is... I already did that, but I turned it back up.
Right.
Now I'm looking at ATEM.
Yeah, ATM. Sorry, I never say it.
Software control, and I'm looking at the master volume. It was pretty high. It was in the red, so I turned it down to the yellow to see if that does anything. But if it doesn't, I'll just turn it right back up.
Okay.
I also watched something on Disney Plus that was new, and for some reason my family didn't jump on it to watch it together right away, which was strange. But Chippendale Rescue Rangers, it was so cute.
As in the Chipmunks Chippendale?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
They made a joke about the Chippendales at the very
really?
very first line of the movie. They're like, "You're probably thinking of this," and it showed a picture, and I was like, oh, Disney? It made me laugh, but I'm not gonna say it on air.
The buzz is gone.
You're joking.
No.
I'm a genius.
All right, genius. Why don't we play some PSAs and see if we can get that guest on Zoom? Woo!
Yes, let's do it. Stay tuned to WHCM for more Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina.
Let's state the obvious. You're ready to get started at Harper College. At Harper, 100% of your classes will be taught by expert faculty, and Harper is accredited by the HLC, same as U of I and Northwestern University. And even better than those two colleges, you could save up to $63,000 on the cost of your bachelor's degree when you start at Harper first. Classes begin soon. Visit harpercollege.edu/start to find out more today.
You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees, celebrating 20 years on air at Harper College.
Welcome back to, oh no, where'd it go? There we go, Streaming Verse.
Blow it first, but
I forgot to turn you on, I'm sorry.
fine.
Welcome back to Streaming Verse here on WHCM 88.3 FM. Oh, we are good. Okay, my notes are in the way. We now have a guest who has joined in the show. Very exciting. If you are on YouTube, you should be able to see, oh gosh.
Are we going to do this? Nina and I have been stressing about this all week.
We have.
Woohoo!
We have. Whoa. My face is very big on this TV. I don't like it.
You got turn him on.
Oh.
Can you hear us, Dan?
So sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay! There's a lot going on over there, Nita. You're doing great.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Dan, thank you so much for being on the show with us, and also while we work through some little issues over here on our side. But that's the magic of college radio.
Yes.
Of course, thanks for having me. I'm glad I could be part of this experiment, this learning experience.
It's always a learning experience
Yes.
here on Streaming Verse.
Yes, it is, yeah.
All right, well, to start, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing here?
Sure, yeah. My name's Dan Stewart. I'm a filmmaker, musician here in Chicago. I'm currently a grad student at DePaul University, and I play in a band called Damager. But more importantly, I'm currently making a feature film set in Chicago, in the Chicago music scene, called Local Band, which is about the struggles of being an independent artist, being a DIY musician, specifically in Chicago, but with a universal story of just trying to be an artist and use your passion and speak your truth.
So, Dan, so why did you feel this specific story needed to be told? I mean, I think you mentioned it in your fundraising video that there have been other stories about punk rock bands. So what about your story is unique that people should be looking for?
Sure. Yeah. I think for me specifically, I think although there have been lots of movies about bands and musicians, specifically, there have not been a lot that are about like actually DIY musicians and local bands. For the most part, Hollywood's visions of of like the musician's life and career are usually about like really famous people, and it tells those stories in a way that is, for me, kind of a fantasy. I'm thinking of like movies like Bohemian Rhapsody or Rocket Man, or like most recently I just watched Pistol on Hulu, and this sent me in a tailspin. It was so ridiculous. This is the show about the Sex Pistols, and that's like it's a true story to a certain degree, but the way that it's told is so cartoony and ridiculous. There's a scene where like Steve Jones, who's like the main character, learns to play guitar in the space of like a week. Like he just takes a bunch of pills and he becomes amazing at guitar in the course of like a few days. And I'm just like, that's just not, it's not real. Everyone that I know,
was that easy.
right? So like I wanted to make the movie that was like what it's like actually like, and that means struggling to just put a band together at all, and struggling to play even the like dingiest places, just I don't know, struggling, making sacrifices, just those little quirks and weird, funny things that comes with being an artist at this level.
All right. I'm just going straight off the top here. Other than funding, what has been the most challenging aspect of creating this film, and what has been the most fun?
Ooh. I'll say the most fun part of it, or the most rewarding part of it so far, has been hearing people say that, just validating the project and the idea. And I'm in film school and I'm surrounded by a lot of filmmakers all the time, and I get to share the script with those people, and people have their thoughts and their critiques and everything. But getting to share it with other musicians, getting to share the script with like people who are really living the life that I'm trying to depict, and hearing them say like, wow, this is real, like I get this, like this is such a cool thing, like that has been like extremely validating and moving and just awesome for me. The most challenging part, other than funding, has just been organizing everything. Like real Hollywood feature film productions probably involve hundreds of people in the pre-production process, just to schedule things, just to communicate with locations, and making sure that everybody's in the right place at the right time. And I have a crew and a team of other film students, and they're doing a lot for me, and people that are working really hard, but like ultimately a lot of this burden does fall on like me as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
And so just organizing things, keeping on track, and trying to make sense of so many moving parts on such a breakneck pace has been like pretty tough.
All right.
So you're using Indiegogo for crowdfunding, correct?
Yes.
So how has that journey been for you?
It's really hard. I had never done this before. I've really never asked for financial support on any of my projects before in a real way, especially not from like in a community sense. And I was warned going into this by some of my professors at school that like putting on a successful crowdfunding campaign is essentially, it's a project of its own. It's as difficult as making a film. It's like its own thing. And I'm a little averse to like really putting myself out there on social media in a lot of ways. I'm like a one post a month kind of person usually, like to make it special. And everybody said, yeah, you're gonna have to make at least one post a day, if not 2 to 3. And you're gonna have to generate all that content. You're gonna have to make it informative and also funny, and show your voice, and make sure that it's cool and genuine and authentic. And I don't know, it's been a trip, because I have pulled it off for the most part as far as the like social media and the campaigning, and like I actually do enjoy doing stuff like this, but it's just tough. It's just not really like my personal style of doing things. I would rather just call up my buddy and be like, hey, do you want to come be in a movie?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so much more ambitious than that, requires a lot more a lot more, and it's just one of the like sacrifices of trying to do something that you love, you know.
All right, so you're on Indiegogo. So if anyone's interested in finding more about your project, and this is not the sign off, even though it sounds like the sign off to the interview. If anyone's interested in finding more about your project or helping out, where do they go and what should they do?
We're on Indiegogo, so if you wanna, you get without like naming a URL over the air. Go to Local Band the Movie on Instagram or Facebook, and the link is in the bio on Instagram, and it's in pretty much every post that I make on there. So there are many avenues for you to find that link, but the easiest one is Instagram or Facebook, Local Band the Movie.
Cool. I did write down the entire URL.
You are good. Yeah, I always just tell people when I'm suggesting they search for something to, like, go to Indiegogo and search Local Band.
Yeah.
The movie.
Much smarter than www. Yeah.
So what tips or tricks or any suggestions would you give people who are also looking into crowdfunding and dealing with platforms like Indiegogo?
Start way earlier than I did. Like, start planning months and months ahead of time before you need the money, before you're even ready. Like, plan that campaign like way ahead of time. Give it a lot more time than you probably think, because, you know, designing your T-shirt to go with it, or, you know, designing all those perks, arranging all of the deliverables, and designing your campaign, scheduling your posts and things, those will all take time, and you don't want to have to scramble to figure it out from the get-go. And make a great video. Just get the word out as soon as you can to as many people as you can, even before the campaign goes up. And those I think are the most important parts of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm writing down the URL so I can put it on the computer so no one can see it on YouTube because it's too small. Never mind.
You tried.
I did try. All right. This one's I have to ask for my brother, who is going to film school next year.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to aspiring filmmakers? I'm leaving it open also to musical artists who want to put themselves out there.
Cool. Yeah. As far as film school goes, I mean, there's a whole conversation that's always had about if you should go to film school at all.
Right.
But I think beyond that, making that choice, which I did, not once, but twice, to go to grad film school, I can say that it's only as valuable as, you know, what you put into it. If you're going to go, you know, you have to like just personally be there and be visible and work as hard as you can to like meet people, like hardworking people who share your vision, and just make things and like do it now. Like, you can't sit back and like hang out in the back of class and be like, man, Citizen Kane, I don't care about this movie. Well, like that was a little bit me in undergrad. So like, I think it's really like, it's about being there and just making it happen no matter what. And the same goes for being a musician. If you want to succeed, you just have to like manifest it, really. I mean, you have to go to shows, like just start going to shows, like start making music, start making films. Like, you have to do it. And I don't know, that it's an extension of that makes me feel like it's a valid cause to try and make a feature film as a film student on such a low budget. Is like, I've been doing it for a long time, as far as just making things with the resources that are available, and just trying to do what I love for, you know, with what I can and how I can. So if you're in film school, it's just about like, regardless of class, just make stuff, do it.
Cool. Deegan, I hope you were listening to that.
You know he's going to listen later on anyway.
That's
we'll make
true.
him.
That's true.
So I just wanted to speak for Nina and myself. If you need extras, we're here for you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
And we do have Keith Maurice, who is our professional extra here at the radio station.
Yeah.
There's multiple Chicagoland movies that he is an extra in. So.
Oh, nice.
We're here for like, you know, any musical scenes, like in
Oh, yeah. Ask
clubs.
my brother. I'm a great actor.
right,
We
so
call that a background artist.
Oh,
Yeah.
background artist.
there you go.
Background
We
artist.
got that.
I could do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you've got 7 days left of funding. So is the last day Wednesday or next Thursday?
I believe it's Wednesday.
All right, so you've got 7 days left. People need to go out, check it out. What are you up to these next 7 days to get people to go and fund your project?
Doing my press, doing my posts. I mean, at this point, and there's gonna be a lot of more like reaching out to people personally on my end. That's really gonna be what I'm doing. That's what I'm up to. Also working and going to shows. So those, just physically doing it. But yeah, there's a lot more work to be done for sure.
All right, well, we appreciate you being on the show. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, we appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. And again, if you're interested in finding more about the local band, the movie, right?
Yes.
Go check out all the socials that Dan has been posting about on.
If you can read this, that's the URL. I'm shoving it in the camera.
All right, well, good luck, and we hope that you get fully funded in the next 7 days.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Okay.
You're listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast service of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. I think I did okay with that.
No, you did great, Chris. Thank you. I had a panic. We're good? No, we're not good.
There's a lot going on over there, Nina. You have been a rock star tonight.
There's a lot of buttons. It's a miracle that I have not just laid in the fetal position and cried yet, honestly.
You are stepping up.
Look at me go. Okay. Whatever. It works. Okay, we're going to take a break for promos and PSAs. Yeah, I know what's going on. All right, stay tuned to WHCM. Like Chris said. Ow. That was my nose.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. While we were taking the PSA break right there, Nina, the radio DJ paused, which it does every once in a while. Nina had a meltdown. And I want to preface this by saying that Nina has been a rock star tonight because there is a lot going on over there. If you are
Sweating.
watching on YouTube Live, we have moved cameras around, which to anyone in management watching, we will move everything back before we leave this evening.
We will clean up.
And here I am just trying to peel my sticker for the local music show and put on my water bottle, and that's challenging, but yeah, there was a pause. It's rough in college radio.
Nothing was there, Chris. Nothing was there.
Did the reset?
No, it didn't do anything. It just said WHCM. And I was like, oh, gosh.
But you're okay. You got
I'm okay.
this.
I did it.
No, I think we did good. In fact,
Yeah.
we have technically nothing planned for the last 15 minutes of our show. It was great having Dan on, and that went
Yes.
really well.
I'm shocked.
That was awesome.
It was great. I didn't screw anything up. Well, for that I know of at the moment. Until someone rewatches it and is like, what is she doing?
No, it was, you could see him. I mean, you guys were, it was, the camera was a little back,
Yeah.
but it was still fine. I mean,
You
it
should've held
worked. Considering the tools we were working with, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was
Killed
great.
It, Chris. Killed it.
So yeah, we didn't know how long the interview would go, and we had a lot of show prep to deal with in terms of getting here and
Yeah.
setting up. So Stranger Things, people, you need to
Stranger
be
Things.
watching Stranger Things, and if we have Deegan on next week, we're going to talk about it for at least a half an hour,
At least.
even
yeah.
without him. And I know, like, he's in the fetal position now, just
Right.
hearing that.
Right.
Because we're going to, again, put out the poll. And you have to be on Twitter for this poll. So
Okay.
if that actually was Dan Stoner voting, he needs to be on Twitter.
He's not going to be on Twitter. I'm
Well,
going to tell you right now.
Then his vote doesn't count. So, because this season, okay, I'm going to tell you my experience with Stranger Things.
Please do.
And I don't know if my advice to you on that first episode takes a little bit to go through is helpful. It did take me
It
a
was.
couple attempts to get through the first episode. I think I
Yeah.
watched like 20 minutes and I was just like, I'm bored. But I knew they were setting up. I understood.
It was, from my point of view, I could see it from your point of view that you were like, because there wasn't a lot of sci-fi. There wasn't,
Correct.
it was just a lot of setting it up.
Yes.
And so I enjoyed it because I kind of forgot what was going on because I didn't watch season, it's been a couple years.
Right, yeah, and I watched all of the third season on Saturday.
Right, and I did not do that. So I kind of forgot everything that happened. So it was a nice little kind of recap. It did, I was like, wow, this is really long. And then I think when it got to the third and the fourth episode, I was like, they're only an hour? And I was like, why am I saying that?
Yeah,
You'd never hear me say that.
I know. Each episode is about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're long.
They're so long, but it's so good.
Yeah, very,
It's
very
really good. And we're going to be talking next week about some Easter eggs and spoilers and
Yes.
my critique on the football players swimming in the lake because, yeah, that's a thing. So catch up before you tune in and join the conversation because we're going to be on YouTube Live again.
Yes.
And we want to hear what everyone else has to say, what they're thinking of Stranger Things. One of the most fascinating things, and people are watching this, is that running up the hill? Is that
Running up that hill?
running up that hill?
I know the Meg, whatever her name is, version.
Okay, by Kate Bush is like number one now. It was never number one in the 80s, and it is now number one. Like, it's amazing.
That's the power of our generation. We obsess over one song,
That's
and
true.
that's all we will play for the rest of our lives. Every single Taylor Swift song. That is what I do.
all the time.
All the time, 24/7.
Taylor's version.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm
Love it.
learning.
You're doing great.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about next week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Actually, I had a show from last week that I did not have a chance to talk about because we were super busy. So there's the movie on Hulu. It's just a cute little movie. It's called The Valet. And
Oh, I thought for some reason I was like, ballet. Jeez, Nina.
yeah, it's called The Valet, where there's this famous actress and she gets caught with her lover. We're just gonna
Ooh.
say lover.
Ooh.
And he's married. So the
Oh.
valet's in this picture that goes out, like the paparazzi take this picture.
Mm-hmm.
So the valet's in it, her, married lover is in it. Now I'm just going to say that. And
Okay.
so in order to make it look like she's not with him, she ends up like dating the valet just to,
Oh.
redirect. And the woman in it is her.
Her?
Her.
Like the artist?
I knew it last week when I was going to talk about. Anyway, it's a cute movie. It's on Hulu, and it was really just cute.
All right.
It's the same actor who was in like Acapulco, which was a series on Apple TV Plus. And the girl, you'll know the girl. She's really talented. Yeah, she's Mr. Smith's daughter. Not that you have any idea who Mr. Smith is from The Matrix.
No, I've never seen The Matrix. All right, well, while you were looking that up, I'm sorry. Although...
It's too late. Stop.
What?
Samara Weaving. She's blonde.
Chris.
I feel like I should just say these things to you.
Oh, I definitely feel like I've seen her.
She was in one where she was like a bride or something. I think she was in Ready or Not.
No.
Where she's on her wedding night and she basically has to fight for her life in order to stay in the family.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen that. I think I would remember.
It was good, yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, I just looked at my Letterboxd diary watch list. Which, by the way, if you're not following us on Letterboxd, we are at streaming_verse. Same thing as our Twitter. Follow us there too. Shameless self-promo.
Yes.
This was a very long while ago. That was a weird way of wording that. I watched the documentary on Netflix called White Hot, and it was about Abercrombie and Fitch. I thought it was Finch, like the bird, but apparently it's not.
I know. I don't think anybody really knows.
No. It was very interesting. My mom had watched it.
White Hot?
White Hot. It's about how Abercrombie and Fitch only hired pretty people
in the stores,
which is absolutely ridiculous, and how it was only supposed to be, upper class. I clearly didn't plan about talking about this because it's not coming out very well. The documentary is very good, but they were, I watched it way too long ago. There was lawsuits about racism because they were firing all of these people of color and people who look differently, whatever, and then it came out in like their binders of policies or whatever that they interviewed a bunch of people who worked for Abercrombie, and they were like, oh no, they weren't being racist, they just thought we were ugly, so I don't know how to feel about that. And like it was so like just aggravating because so many people didn't know about this, and there's still Abercrombie and Fitch stores everywhere.
And didn't they make the employees buy their clothes? And it had to be current clothes?
Ooh, probably.
Is that the one?
But
they got a discount, but not much, and they always had to have like the current thing on. They couldn't have something on that was, maybe it was a different retailer who was doing that.
I definitely could see them doing that just based off of what else they said during the documentary. But it kind of focused on the fact that the lawsuits and the charges that were brought up against them, and how like if you were a manager, you had to like fire these people if they didn't meet the standards by the books. Like it was literally like no dreadlocks, no piercings, no this, that, and like ridiculous things. Yeah. Ridiculous standards that nobody should be held to, especially to work at a retail store. But they wanted to make the company out to be like this upper class, basically like a country club. That's what I immediately thought of. Like, no women, no people of color. This is exclusively for the white older men who have money and can golf. Like, that's immediately what I think of when I think of it.
But this was like young, hot people.
Exactly. And it was very interesting to me because I do remember walking past those stores and seeing people standing out there in bikinis and Speedos. And I was like, is this allowed? Like, what is this? Like, I thought Victoria's Secrets was pushing it with the ads outside.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
But the document, it was very interesting. So I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah. And isn't there like other brand is Hollister? Is that their other brand? I feel like I'm quizzing you and it's too late for the quiz. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good. I think they do own a big chunk of stores, like American Eagle and Hollister.
Yeah, like it's one of their brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they tried to cover it up, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Yeah. I just remember those catalogs and going, it was just kind of creepy.
Yeah. Looking, and there was also another lawsuit about a bunch of the models, a bunch of the male models were openly gay, or I don't know about openly, but now they are. And there was this one photographer who would like invite them over to his house, and if they didn't go to his house and like get wasted or something, they'd get fired like on the spot.
Oh jeez.
So that was really scary.
And they were so young.
And they were so young. And they were being photographed in, you know, if you've ever seen one of the magazines,
Yes.
in very uncomfortable attire, aka
Yeah.
nothing, which is so funny to me because they're trying to sell clothes and they're not wearing anything.
They'd be like in underwear or something. And I never saw an actual catalog, but like I'd see the ads.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, put something on.
Yeah, you're trying to sell clothes, but you're not wearing
Right.
any clothes. I love that.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It was very interesting. I'm sorry I talked so much about it.
Oh, no, it's interesting. That's what the show's about.
Yeah.
What we're watching. I'm watching lighthearted comedies. You're learning more about the world. Yeah. Shows you where, I need to escape. You're trying to...
And that's honestly really funny because I too need to escape. But instead of doing that, I watched Supergirl season 6 and cry about how bad the writing is.
Aw.
Because it's my favorite show. And I'm so sad it's so bad.
That's not good. That's what another reason why we're talking about this off the air, why I'm so impressed with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Is because it feels like so many shows phoned it in over the pandemic, or, were dealing with their own demons and, didn't get their acts together for creativity in the show, which is understandable to a degree, where I feel like the Stranger Things people did it. Although I have heard that the actor who plays Will is not happy with his haircut. And they made him keep that haircut. And I do agree with Will that haircut, any respectable teenager would have gotten rid of it by 1986.
I mean, I can't say anything because I wasn't alive. I wasn't even a thought in the 80s. But it's not great. But they made it better in the 4th season. Like, it's not as bad as the 1st season.
True.
But still, I mean, if I was that actor and they were like...
I think part of it, too, is, this is my thought, they're trying to keep them looking younger because we've lost so much time with the pandemic.
That's true, yeah.
It is 1986, though, and he's living in California. He does not have that haircut.
It did make me laugh, though, when he came on screen for the first time, and I was like, still? Dude.
Yeah. Even, who is the other one who's dating 11?
Oh my god, I almost said Finn, which is his real name. They're like the most basic names in the world. Finn, no, oh my god, no. Lucas, not him.
Not
but
Lucas,
that's
right.
Will. I feel like there should be a Jack, but there isn't a Jack.
I'm looking at YouTube Live and seeing if we have anything pop up in terms of what his name. Anyway, his haircut too is a little iffy, but at least it makes more sense because it's still the same was. From, because the letter. Oh, I don't know. You know about the letters that 11 says from.
Oh yeah, from, and she said it like 8 times, and I watched it this morning. I don't have a very good attention span, clearly.
Names I will never remember. Ever, ever, ever.
Oh.
Mike.
Jeez.
Thank you. I don't know if this is Deegan or your father, but Mike.
My dad has also been watching Stranger Things. I don't know where he's at. I don't know why I tried to whisper that.
So Mike has his haircut's okay for that time frame, but Will's is not. No.
I feel like his hair, Mike's hair, though, is like that in real life. Because my brother, he had a band,
Yeah.
which apparently dismantled, but he was in a band, and my brother has a poster of the band on his wall.
Okay.
And I walk in his room like once every month or something, and I see it hanging there.
Well, thanks for listening and or watching this
Yes,
evening
thank you
here
so
on
much.
Harper Radio. This has been Streaming Verse with Nina and Chris. And if you are interested in finding more about the local band the movie, head over to Indiegogo and look for Local Band the movie, or you can head to Instagram, I think, and Twitter, Local Band.
Yes.
It looks like it's definitely a fun and worthwhile project, and a lot of local people are going to be, local bands will be in the movie.
Yes, and the band OK Cool will be in the movie, which I saw on their Indiegogo. I didn't know how to pronounce it in
Okay.
Indiegogo, so
Yeah.
you said it, and I was like, thank God, because I wasn't even going to try. And they have really good music. Not saying that nobody else has good music, but I personally have listened to them in the past. So when I saw them on the thing, I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah, we actually play, I think it's Danager is the name of his band. We do play them on WHCM. We play a lot of those bands. As, of course, definitely promoted by the local music show here on WHCM, who gets all these local bands from the area and plays their songs on our station.
Awesome. All right. You are
You can wrap it up.
joking on air. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Harper Radio, Harper College. Oh, from the, Harper College campus in Palatine, Illinois. Thank you so much for listening to Streaming Verse. Have a good night.
Enjoy your dinner.
Oh, Chris. Killing me with that. Goodbye. Watch the B movie.